Sounds like that was an interesting project.
Oh, yeah. Never believe it. It was fun.
It was fun. Lucas, in a moment, Mr. Terry Madden will confer upon you the award of Eagle Scout. However, I'm sure you will agree that there's two very special people who should be accorded the privilege of standing with you in some measure, sharing these awards. Before I have the honor guard come and get these two people, I think we can guess who they are. As I mentioned before, I've known Joe and Reg for many, many years. Probably more than they want to, but actually I worked with both of them for quite a few years at one of our previous employers. No, we won't mention that. Both of them have been, as you know, been involved with scouting and the troop for quite a few years. They've been involved in many different leadership positions, and is Joe your current scouting issue right now? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
One and only.
I've seen the two of them both work very hard to help Lucas and others to this rank. In fact, one of the last times I talked to Joe, he was getting vigil in Honor the Arrow. And he was talking to me about the troop a little bit, and his goal, he said, was to have every scout in this troop make it to Eagle Scout. And I thought that was very admirable. As you know, as these scouts get older, they kind of lose track of getting to this rank. That's when the parents' guidance can help refocus their son's vision to attain this rank. I'm sure Luke has some gentle prodding and maybe even a little kick from his mom and dad. So it's with great pleasure that I ask the honor guard to please escort Mr. and Mrs. Duval up here to be with Lucas.
What was that last name again, Ben?
Duval.
Yeah.
We try Vaughn.
Thank you.
This was a paid position, but after this, I think, yeah, I'll donate to charity. Before we bring Mr. Madden up, you know, Joe told me to only say good things about you, so I kind of limited it.
This comes from the person that said the wrong last name.
A few words about our presenter, Mr. Terry Madden. What can we say about Mr. Madden? I think most of you know him, and it's either been a pleasure or maybe not. I first met Mr. Madden at a potato where our path beat his at the tug of war game he was supervising. Ever since then, it's been kind of a love-hate relationship. But Terry's a very interesting man. I didn't get a chance to know him when he was a police officer, but I have known him when he was a union rep, a fight promoter, Terry K. Madden, promoter, Cage of Fury. So that was, I'm sure, an interesting occupation. And a perfume salesman. These guys, you can ask him about that one at the end of this court of honor. But seriously, I've known him through scouting, where his first job was always to make sure the boys had a fun time. It was never an event that Terry was involved with that was boring. Through his novel method, he always made sure the scouts were entertained and they actually learned something at the same time. While in scouting, he's been a scoutmaster, and with many other positions in several troops. In fact, he he did his scouting, but the few I can think of, he was elected to Vigil, highest rank in R&D Aero, where he worked with several OA ceremonial teams. He earned the District Award of Merit from the district, and he's currently the district camping chairman. So
Well,
it's
it's training, but you're close, Joe.
that's your name. Okay, come on. So it's with pleasure I present Mr. Madden and ask you to perform your duty entrusted as Lucas Eagle presented. Mr. Madden.
Okay, folks, buckle your seatbelts. Here we go. First of all, I'd like to welcome the district camping chairman, Jackie. I do have to tell you, and I'm going to kind of pick on Jackie and her husband now, Tom. In the master program for this evening, it says, Mr. Madden speaks for a little while. Tom, have you ever known me to speak for a little while? No. Okay. The other thing is I was told a secret tonight that I'm not supposed to let anybody know. All right, so tonight, Linda and Marco Romero have to sneak out of the ceremony to get Marco to the airplane on time. So that's why they're sitting in the very back. So when we see them leave, just act like we don't notice them, okay?
Okay. What is that?
For the Boy Scout, the rank of Eagle represents the culmination of years of work involving 7 rank advancements: Scout, Tenderfoot, Second Class, First Class, Star, and Life. And then finally, an Eagle has to earn a minimum of 21 merit badges and nearly a year of formal active service in troop leadership. Spread between 3 ranks, a Scout must serve 13 hours in worthwhile service to others, then design, manage, and complete an extensive project summarizing his skill as a leader and unselfish dedication to a worthy cause. That's what I call a paper Eagle Scout. On paper, that's what an Eagle Scout's got to do to get Eagle. But there's a lot more to there. A lot more that's in the heart and soul of the Eagle candidate. Everybody stands up here and says how long they've known Lucas and Regina. But I remember in 2000, Lucas and I stood right over there and made a speech about a young man that passed away. And I could not have gotten through it if it wasn't for my dear friend Lucas. So if you ask me, not only is Lucas a paper Eagle Scout, but he's in every true sense of the word a real Eagle Scout. The Boy Scouts are among the most meaningful. No, I want you over here. All right. Okay, where am I? Oh, Lucas, you can now have a seat. The Boy Scouts are among the most meaningful and significant movements in history, and you, Lucas, has been counted worthy of high rank. All of us rejoice in your achievement. Lucas, I ask you to undertake your obligations of an Eagle with sincerity. Be a leader, but lead only toward the best. Lift up every task you do to the highest level of service to God and your fellows. So live and serve that those who know you will be inspired to do better. We have too many who use their strength and intelligence to exploit others for personal gain. I encourage you, Lucas, to be among those who dedicate your skills and abilities to the common good. As an Eagle Scout myself, I will now administer the 5 responsibilities of an Eagle Scout. Now, Scout is sacred. So a long time ago, on my way to Philmont, we drove through Colorado Springs, Colorado, and visited the Air Force Academy. And above the door, those words were carved: "We do not lie, cheat, or steal, nor tolerate among us those who do." Like Academy cadets, the Eagle Scout strives to live honorably, knowing that his example reflects credit on his home, his church, his troop, and his community. To the Eagle Scout, the Scout Oath and Law are a matter of personal belief, which guides him to good choices. May the white and the Eagle Badge remind you to always live with honor. The second obligation of an Eagle Scout is loyalty. Without loyalty, character lacks direction. An Eagle Scout is true to his faith, family, and friends, leaders, school, and community. He respects authority, reserving dissent for appropriate times and constructive expression. When an Eagle Scout's loyalty is tested by others' poor judgment, misconduct, or betrayal, he must be humble, understanding, and forgiving. Let the blue of the Eagle Badge always inspire your loyalty. Courage gives character, force, and strength. To a Scout, bravery is not the absence of fear, but a mastery over it. Few Scouts are called upon to face physical danger, but moral hazards are common in what we see or hear and what we are encouraged to do, think, or believe. The Eagle Scout has the faith and determination to stand up for what is right, to make the tough moral decisions. Though practicing the skills to avoid life pitfalls, Eagle Scouts are not impervious to temptation on errors of judgment. When a misjudgment is made, when a mistake is made by an eagle, he must possess the strength and courage to overcome it, to learn from the failing, and to pass the value of that lesson on to others. Let the red of the Eagle Badge remind you always to live courageously. The fourth obligation of an Eagle Scout is to be cheerful. You're not going to look at this one.
I came too late.
An Eagle Scout seeks to find the best in every situation. His positive, cooperative attitude eases a burden, lightens a step, and inspires the best from others. To remind the Eagle Scout of good cheer, the red, white, and blue ribbon is attached to the scroll of the second-class Scout badge, the ends which are turned up, as in a smile. Final obligation of the Eagle Scout is service. The Eagle extends a helping hand to those who are still hiking the Trail to Eagle. Just as others before him lent assistance to make this day a reality, he pitches in. Now, you're supposed to pitch in. He pitches in to assist others and to carry his share of the load. He is now supposed to do all the wash at the house. Others before his own. Whether an acquaintance or a stranger, an Eagle Scout is considerate of those in need. He is thoughtful of the unfortunate and the oppressed. He upholds the rights of others while defending what is right. He is always prepared to put forth his best. It is not enough to just do. An Eagle Scout must always do well. May the knot suspending from the scroll remind you to take every opportunity to do a good turn daily in service to others. Can I have all the Eagle Scouts in the audience please come forward and stand next to Locus's right and left?